Right, oh you horrible bunch of people. So I didn't actually video when I went to the dyno. I secretly went to Dyno Tune, and it wasn't that great. That's why I didn't post anything. I was only literally there for like an hour, and we've seen some problems. Major problem we had was we had valve float, about 5,000, 6,000, something like that. If I've still got a picture of the dyno print, I'll show you, but it like fluctuates really badly. So Chris thinks it's that. And the other thing we noticed as well, so we went from a whole set HX40 and it was twin scroll, and then we went to a Pulsar GTX35 82R or 82 maybe, I don't know, something like that. But it's not twin scroll. And what we noticed on the dyno was it pretty much follows exactly the same curve as the whole set. It's just 500 RPM later. What was quite a surprise, I thought ball bearing, and it's a newer turbo. The whole set's a journal bearing. So yeah, that was a wee bit disappointing, but you know, the turbo could maybe do more than the whole set, but the whole set was like a big truck turbo. So it was actually spooling pretty well, and I didn't think it was that great. Because it was like, was it 4,000 RPM or something like that? It was on full boost of the whole set. It's not actually that bad for a laggy turbo, like a big turbo and a 1J. But obviously the manifold never helped. So what I've ended up doing is I'll show you what the plan is today. I've got a mate, Nick, that's coming to help me as well. We're just a bit of banter, you know, a bit of crack. So yeah, I'll show you this. Right, so this is the Pulsar one. And you can see it's a AR82, and I'm pretty sure the whole set was like a 1 or something, a 1 point something. It was a bigger housing than this. I'll try to put a picture up here if I can find the whole set and the Pulsar next to each other, and it was a bit bigger. But yeah, I've ended up going for, try not to damage the blades here. This is a Mamba housing, so it's still the Pulsar turbo and everything in the front part. I've just changed the back to a twin scroll, and this is also, I don't know if it's actually marked on it. This is also a 0.82, so it's exactly the same AR, these ones. So it'll be quite interesting to go back to the dyno to see the difference just on a twin scroll housing. So it should spool up better. That's what I'm expecting to see, but you never know. And then moving on, I bought, this is for taking out the stem valve seals. It's not a normal job I would do, so my stuff was quite old, so I bought a new kit. And then I went for BC springs. So a part number. This is the ones I've got. There you go. They're for 2J and all that, but they fit a 1J. And then I've got the titanium retainers as well. So we've got that. We've got a new gasket. We've got the bits and bobs for the Mamba. The Mamba, this housing, basically it was like 200 quid or something like that, but then I got pounded on import duty, whatever, so it was like another 60 quid. So yeah, we're going to fit this on, do all that for today, and hopefully we get rid of valve float and hopefully it spools up a bit better. Right, here we are. We've had to take all the timing stuff off. We're at TDC down there. We're obviously going to have to turn it to get everything at TDC when we're doing the springs, but take this stuff off, take this cover off, and then we can take the cams out, and then when we have the cams out, I've got a leak down tester that I'll put in, and then we'll put so much pressure and figure out, hold the valves up, and then we can remove the springs and that. So we'll just do a cylinder at a time and keep turning each one to TDC when we're doing it. But yeah, we've got all the bits lying everywhere, so let's get to it. One cylinder down, 5 to go. The joys. All right, so we've done the first cylinder. We've changed all these here. We did find when we were taking out the stem valves that there was a little bits of it left over, so we'll show you that. I'm going to do cylinder 2 now. We're putting 30 psi through this. we're just using the it's a leak down tester, and I've took out the little valve into this hose, so it's just pure air. And then yeah, we'll talk you through how we're doing it. Right, so that's number 2 at TDC. We're just putting a screwdriver in the hole until it gets to the top, and then it's just before it goes down. So TDC now, that's the first step. So we'll go 30 psi. Good thing we're doing this. 30 psi is where it's set there, and it's still good. So we're doing a leak down test anyway. So we're good here. So this is a little, I don't actually know what to call it, but it's just going to compress the spring so we can get the collets out. But I got this off of Amazon. I think it was like £15 or something. But I'll put the link in the description because it saves you taking the head gasket off and the price of new seals and stuff like that. So this is quite a good way I'm doing it. And then you've got this little piece here, got the openings. You put that into the top of the valve. And you basically squish it down. What we've noticed is we need to pretty much push the valve or this spring all the way down to get the collets to pop out. We do that, can you see that?
Yeah.
You'll hear the valve open up, but the collet's not coming out, so keep going down until the collet's just unseat, and then we'll come back up all the way until the valve seats. See them there? They're just popping. So now we'll come back up. That's the valve seated again. And then we'll go back down and the collet should go with it. Beautiful. Let's call it splitting open, and then we take our little magnet. I've got 2 of them. Yeah. There we go. So release this up now. No collets in it, so we'll get the spring out. We took the bucket out. The bucket here, you just use a magnet and I'll just pull out with a magnet. It's pretty easy. It's this bit here that's a bit fiddly. So, take this bit out. Now we need to take the whole thing off. This whole billet thing. Probably not even billet, is it? It's probably just some Chinese alloy cast.
Chinesium.
Chinesium, yeah. Or would it be, as the Americans call it, aluminum. So, that's that. That's the spring and the retainer there. And then we've got, you get these pliers and stuff off of eBay. They're just like stem valve seal pliers. They've got like little serrated teeth in there. Go down here. Give it a pull. Like that. There's your seal. A lot of our seals that we've been taking out are all damaged in there. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Pretty damaged, like, so it's a good job we're changing these. And then, let's see if this one's got any rubber. No. A lot of them have been leaving rubber just where the stem valve will go. There's nothing there, so that's good. And so I've just put the stem valve seal on there. You just push it on with hand. And then I've got this other tool. You normally get like a kit that comes with the pliers that I just showed you. And it's just like a hole that it fits nicely in. Chop it down and then you'll hear the valve open, and I'm just seeing it all the way, and then I'll pull the valve up by hand. That's it open. That feels like it's seated. And then we give this a wee pull back up. That's it. So that's the titanium retainer and the BC spring in. And then we're just pretty much doing things in reverse. What we've actually noticed is when you're putting this on, you really need to put your finger in here and locate the retainer to the center of the valve. So if you don't do that, then you can't really get the keepers in. We found that on the first one, didn't we?
Yeah, it's got to be concentric.
Yeah, if it's not in the center, then we spent a while trying to get it in. But yeah, I've got a lot more to do. Cylinder 2 we're on now, we've done cylinder 1, so probably hear my voice, I'm really too chuffed like. Oh man, stuff you do for a drift thinner. So, down a bit, push that there. That looks pretty spot on. I'm kind of guessing how far to go down, it's just a bit of practice and you know which way. Somewhere there. And then we'll do our keepers. It's kind of hard to video, so we'll just put them in and then I'll show you once it's done. Beautiful. One done. That's it. You see one here on the left and the right's the one that we took out. So you can see that there's more coils on the OEM one, and then it's also wound the other way that Nick's noticed as well. So that's pretty cool, a bit different, isn't it? Money, titanium, BC. There's a BC 2300 is the retainers. Like, I can pretty much compress that all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it all the way?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it bolting out. How far is that?
Halfway. Got stiffer springs.
I was changing the springs out on this thing, changing them to the BC. And yeah, I ended up putting this one to TDC and not that one. And yeah, I lost a fucking valve. I need to try fish that out, if not head off. Okay, so here we are. We just need to get the timing back on and then I'll recheck all my intake and exhaust. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got a lot of things sent away for powder coat now. So that's kind of the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you learned something. Alright, so there you go. I've actually finished the whole thing and I've actually got the turbo and that thing chromed and also the back cover for the timing. But everyone's back together. We're good to go. Exhaust all lines up. Wastegates have got their jackets on. Boost pipes all done. So yeah, we just need to get this bonnet to fit properly. It's a GTR bonnet. I'm also going to cut out, kind of hard to see in white, but I'm going to cut out that to let some more hot air out. So yeah, that's that one done, and I'll probably do the back end, the clamshell, like I'm doing with the LS46. So yeah, thanks for watching, and you can jump over to my website. It's SMT10 for 10% discount just now, so it'll just be for a limited time only. So grab whatever you need.